After winning the La Liga title as captain of my boyhood club, the dreams I had as a young boy in the academy have come true. Becoming the captain and leading my club to the league title alongside a Spanish Cup has given me pure joy, not to mention winning the awards alongside my teammates. And then the World Cup happened, taking my game to yet another level. Being crowned the champion of the world was special. But my three closest teammates, Williams, Gonzalez and Ibarra, all left the club, and the year without them saw us finishing mid-table. The summer came and I knew it was finally time to move on, and I chose to join Real Madrid. I arrived at the Bernabeu ready to sign the biggest contract in Spanish history, completing a 180 million euros move, being a new club transfer record. Club president Florentino Perez personally gave me a tour of the stadium. The rich history of the club was told, and I knew I had a huge job on my hand. Jose Mourinho is my coach, and with his high standards, I know I need to impress him. I was unveiled to the fans the next day, and soon after my first season at the club was to begin.
We are here at the Santiago Bernabeu, and Real Madrid have completed one of the biggest signings in La Liga history. They have signed Romeo. He is coming in, and what a signing he could be. Coming into the club, I have to be honest, it was actually really easy to settle in. I had so many good teammates. My debut was perfect, scoring a goal. Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, having these guys around me, they helped me settle in really quickly. And it just felt amazing just to be on the pitch and playing in this incredible, historic stadium. It was really, really good. And I felt at home. Romeo, I have to say, against Osasuna, he showed why he is worth every single penny of 180 million euros. He was incredible. Vini Jr. setting him up for the tap-ins, him scoring goals from range, him showing his ability. This is definitely a Galactico team because they have Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. on the wings. They have Romeo at centre forward, and just behind them, Jude Bellingham. This team is most likely, I would say, on paper, the best Real Madrid team we have seen since the Galacticos. I have to say, this Real Madrid side is working wonders for me, because my feeling is that Romeo Liberace, what he's done is he has come in and he's made a massive difference in actually having a focal point. When they had Kylian Mbappe, he'd be on the wing, right? He'd be on the wing, and you'd have sort of Vini Jr., and they'd almost both be just running into the same left wing positions and spaces. I know Kylian Mbappe was meant to be the centre forward, but he likes to drift over wide. So having Romeo Liberace come in, Kylian Mbappe on the left, Vini Jr. on the right, with Jude Bellingham in behind, they're teaming up perfectly. I think he's been worth every single penny. Romeo Liberace scores again. He is having an incredible season and is most likely going to beat his own record that he got from playing from Athletic Club. Mallorca have absolutely no answer for him in the defense, and he is playing so well. He's scoring the goals. He is currently the La Liga top goal scorer. Kylian Mbappe, the second top goal scorer. Vini Jr., the fourth top goal scorer. This is showing just how good this Real Madrid team is and how in form they are. They scored again. This is, for me, this is huge. You know, seeing this Real Madrid side, these guys, for me, are another level. And they have just gotten to the Champions League final. They're going to play against Bayern Munich. For me, there's only one winner. You know, Real Madrid have been by far the best team this season. But let's see how it goes. Real Madrid here against Bayern Munich in a Champions League final. This is going to be good. Walking onto the pitch in a Champions League final was incredible. But I felt like my experience playing in the World Cup final was going to play huge here. I mean, this was massive. Bayern Munich in the biggest stage in club football. I was stood next to Kylian Mbappe and I was ready. Though this season had been amazing. My first season, we'd managed to win the league by a very substantial amount, but everything kind of relied on this. I mean, when I first came to the club, everything that Florentino Perez and Jose Mourinho said to me was that if we don't win the Champions League, it's not considered a good season. So, this was huge. Here we go now. The Champions League is upon us. The final. Real Madrid now putting the ball in. Limerachi takes a shot and he scores! And Romeo Limerachi opens up the scoring here in the Champions League final. It's his first Champions League final and he has scored with just his second shot of the game. And this is huge now. I tried to hold up the ball and just do my part. Playing in this final, the adrenaline going through my veins was incredible. And then I crossed the ball in. Puts the ball in, and I don't know who's just got the header, but it's a goal. And Real Madrid double their lead. Romeo Limerachi puts the cross in, and it is Kylian Mbappe who heads the ball. I mean, it's poor goalkeeping there from Manuel Neuer, but it is a goal. And Real Madrid win the Champions League final. That is full time. Romeo Limerachi and Kylian Mbappe are the goal scorers here as Real Madrid win the Champions League yet again. Valverde to lift the title, and yes, Real Madrid are crowned champions of Europe, and the money that they spent in the summer has proved to be the right decision.
So we won the La Liga title by 11 points in a dominant season. I surpassed my own milestones in a Ronaldo level season and picked up the La Liga Player of the Year. But it didn't end there. My performances for the year saw me invited to the France Football Awards hosted by Zinedine Zidane, and I won my first ever Ballon d'Or, meaning I had genuinely completed football. I was the best player in the world. It felt like nothing could ever compare to this. A World Cup, a Champions League, another league title, and a Ballon d'Or. Over the next couple of years, the trophies didn't stop.
So Real Madrid have another Ballon d'Or winner in their squad. They spent 180 million euros on this guy. He has come in and he has had probably the best first season we've seen since Cristiano Ronaldo. And not only that, he is continuing where he left off. He is scoring goals against every single team he plays for this Madrid side. These guys won the Champions League. They'll be going for it again. Let's just see how it goes. I think for me, you look at Romeo Limerachi, I think he's arguably the best centre-forward in Real Madrid's club history. When you look at players like Raúl, you could even say Cristiano Ronaldo towards the end of his Real Madrid career. Of course, he played a lot at centre forward, but this guy is actually just the perfect all-round centre forward because he scores goals, he scores headers, he scores goals from outside the box, he scores goals inside the box. He's a brilliant poacher, and I think that when we look at this. His sort of career, the amount of the years that he spent at Athletic Club. I'm not saying that Athletic Club held him back, of course not, because they won the they didn't win the Champions League. They won the league title when he was at Athletic Club. But coming to Real Madrid has unlocked that next level because now all of a sudden he has the best players around him, and it's proved to be perfect. And I think Real Madrid are going to dominate for the next 5-6 years, and he is a massive, massive reason. The years started to go through, and honestly, the difference playing for Real Madrid than it was playing for Athletic Club was just that I felt like I could believe more. It felt like there was that expectation, and I mean, at Athletic Club, I had good players. We had Nico Williams and we had Charles Ibarra, who were, of course, amazing for the side. But here, we've got Kylian Mbappe, Vinny Jr., Jude Bellingham around me.
they can score goals themselves, and it's like the feeling is that as a team we're just way above anybody else, and it really shows in our games.
Romeo Limeracci is setting the example for all strikers in the world, and I have to say he has surpassed Erling Haaland, who is playing of course for Manchester City in England. He has surpassed him for me because he does so much more. He does more than the poaching. And the trophies that we are seeing Real Madrid winning consistently right now, the goals, I mean the volume of goals. We said, didn't we? We said before the end of this season, we said that we probably won't see another player scoring this volume of goals for Real Madrid since Cristiano Ronaldo. He has come in and he is scoring, he is matching those tallies. He is scoring 50, 60, 70 goals a season, and it looks like he's going to continue doing it. And this is incredible because he's playing for a team who has no limits when it comes to the expectation. This team, this club expects Champions League and La Liga title and golden boots of their centre forwards every single season, and he is delivering.
Though we went 3 seasons without another Champions League, we managed to pick up 2 league titles in that time. I was consistently nominated for the team of the season with scoring over 30 La Liga goals every year, and we won 2 more La Liga Player of the Year awards.
Yet another season and more of the same from Romeo Limeracci, who is the best player in the world right now for me, the best striker by far. He is quicker, he is faster, he is stronger, his scoring is better, he is more consistent. I cannot think of any more words to describe this player apart from perfect, and what a treat it is to have him at Real Madrid. Romeo Limeracci, he scores again here against Levante. I have to say, it looks like Real Madrid are going to get to yet another Champions League final and probably win yet another league title. It's been a couple years where they haven't won that title, but these guys are absolutely destroying every single team they come up against. No doubt Romeo Limeracci will win the Golden Boot again. He is being so consistent this season. Charles Ibarra and his teammate Kylian Mbappe, those guys are the only guys that are anything close to him, but they probably won't be able to score the 65 goals that we're seeing from this guy. Absolutely incredible as they await the Champions League final. And here we are. The Champions League final is upon us. Romeo Limeracci to play his second Champions League final. Real Madrid playing against Juventus. This is a huge game, of course, the pinnacle of all club football. Real Madrid looking to win their 17th Champions League, and the expectation is that they will do it. There's been a little bit of disappointment over the past few years, the fact that they haven't been able to get to a Champions League final, but they're coming so close, semi-finals, quarter-finals. But this season does appear to be their biggest chance. They're up against Juventus. Playing in my second Champions League final was truly special, and to be honest, the expectation was on us, and the early chances, well, it didn't start very well. Jonathan David, he shoots and he scores, and Jonathan David blasts the ball into the net with his left foot, and Juventus take the lead here in the Champions League final. An unexpected goal, but it is a goal nonetheless. And are we going to see disappointment for Real Madrid yet again in the Champions League? Here we go, and here's Jude Bellingham, and he scores! And that is a quick comeback here for Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham with the volley, and it looks like Madrid are back in the game. He puts the ball in here, and it's Jude Bellingham again who scores and makes it 2-1 to Real Madrid. He has been incredible in this game. Real Madrid looking like they're gonna win this now. They're back in the lead. Juventus with a corner, puts the ball in, and that's a great header, and that's a wonderful header, And Juventus are not going to let this game go. It is a beautiful header from the corner. Thibaut Courtois can't get close. And it's a goal. Juventus back in it. Liberace. Oh, and that is close there for Romeo Liberace, who hasn't been able to leave his mark on this game just yet. Liberace on the ball. Shoots. And that's a good save. And let's be honest, this game has been a little frustrating for him. So many chances. The keeper has made so many saves. But that is full time. And we are going to go to extra time here in the Champions League final. 2-2. It is here. Jude Bellingham with 2 goals, but the second time is here, and it's Romeo Liberace puts the ball in, and he scores! Romeo Liberace scores in the Champions League final, and surely that will do it. Scoring in another Champions League final was incredible. Not only scoring, but scoring in extra time. And it had been a frustrating game. I'd had a lot of chances, but finally, I get the ball in a good position, I open up, and I take my shot. And this time, it goes in. Well, we are seeing the inevitable here as the final whistle goes. Real Madrid, they made it tough for themselves against the underdogs, but they do get the win. Real Madrid lift the Champions League title. And it is another Champions League title personally here for Romeo Liberace, who has been one of the greatest players to ever put on the white jersey. For Valverde now to lift the title once again. Real Madrid have been perfect this season. What a way to end things here. What a way to end the season. Congratulations to Real Madrid.
3 years later, and I had finally won my second Champions League title. But as of now, I'm 34 years old, and after spending 7 years at Madrid, my time had finally come to retire. I was retiring as a legend of both Athletic Club and Real Madrid. In my career, I had won a World Cup, 5 La Liga titles, 3 Spanish Cups, 2 Champions Leagues, 4 La Liga Player of the Year awards, 6 Golden Boots, and 11 Team of the Season awards. Finishing my career, I was inducted into the La Liga Hall of Fame. Thank you to everyone who stayed to watch all of Romeo Liberace's journey. I know this career at Real Madrid has only been compacted into one final episode. There is a reason for that. But I have the next career mode series already in the works. If you like the video and want to see more career mode content, please like and subscribe. Click the bell icon so you know every time that I upload a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next series. Bye bye.